They can't. There's no way they can do it, man. It's impossible. So you devils are done. So you Rothschilds and you super rich, you just enjoy you Rockefellers. Just enjoy the little time that you got left. All right? Because you got that much time left before this place goes down. And this is a good segue to the article on the coup, the military coup. Now there's an article. No, go to the next one. There it is right there. There's an article that came out 2 days ago about the U.S. military planning a coup against the Barack Obama administration. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's no big deal. But today's topic is the news and current events. So that's just news. Yeah. And the scriptures speak about wars and rumors of wars. A coup is a war or a rumor of war. Are they going to take this place down? Are they not going to take this place down? They're planning on doing this. They're planning on setting up a coup. Anytime you have a coup, that's a war, because you're going to have a resistance. So let's read that article.
Okay, this is from TPM News. It says, full text of Newsmax column suggesting military coup against Obama. Obama risks a domestic military intervention by John L. Perry. Now this thing is not dated, but it has to be recent. It says there's...
It came up when you Google it and it said 2 days ago. The article, there should be a date on it, but I know it was 2 days ago.
Yeah, it's not dated, but...
This is a new article.
Okay.
All right.
It says there is a remote, although gaining possibility, America's military will intervene as a last resort to resolve the Obama problem. Don't dismiss it as unrealistic. Whatever happened to yes we can? Now they're telling you Obama is a problem. America isn't the third world. If a military coup does occur here, it will be civilized. That it has never happened doesn't mean it won't. Describing what may be afoot is not to advocate it. So view the following through military eyes. Officers swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, unlike... pursuant to the Constitution, Obama would be a domestic enemy because he took a vow to uphold the Constitution. And he clearly violated the Constitution a number of times with the NDAA, you know, the killing of U.S. citizens, you know, the drones. There's supposed to be 30,000 drones flying, hovering throughout the U.S., spying on U.S. citizens. So this is clearly against the Constitution, blatantly against the Constitution. And he's supposed to know the Constitution because he's a constitutional attorney. Right. That's right.
So these military people that there was a series, and it's on YouTube. The name of the man is he was in the military back in the Nam. His name was Carl Miller, and we had a tape on him years ago, I believe. Back when it came out, I think he put that out in '92, maybe '93. It was in the early '90s, and we saw that, and it's on YouTube. And basically, he goes into how when the military men, the U.S. military was down there in the Nam, they were studying the Constitution and studying common law and studying the history of the United States, the revolution against Great Britain, the Civil War, because all military men take an oath to uphold the Constitution. And this, I believe, is the same oath that police officers take, that all of the military take, and the president. I believe the president takes the same oath. I think it's the same oath, word for word, to uphold the Constitution. So in order for you to uphold the Constitution, you have to know the Constitution, right? A lot of these cops don't know the Constitution. They just make that oath. Yep. So when you remind them of the Constitution, that they're violating your constitutional rights, they get mad at you. But they shouldn't get mad because they should know the Constitution. But a lot of these military men that fight in these wars outside of the U.S., a lot of them study that Constitution and study that law. So if you get a chance, you watch that series on Carl Miller. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, it says officers swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Unlike enlisted personnel, they do not swear to obey the orders of the President of the United States. Top military officers can see the Constitution they are sworn to defend being trampled as American institutions and enterprises are nationalized. They can see that Americans are increasingly alarmed.
Yeah, like for example, that Obamacare, that new medical health care bill, it basically went to the Supreme Court. Now, a couple of years prior to that going before the Supreme Court, you had some new justices put into place. One was Sotomayor, lesbian, gay, Puerto Rican woman that thinks she's a so-called Jew. And then you had that other one, what's the other demon, another lesbian. I forget her name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It'll come back to me, but you'll see it on the screen. They are both liberal judges. So basically, they're going to be in favor of Obama. And Obama was the ones that appointed them to be judges. And the one judge that gave the deciding vote that the Obamacare plan was to be lawful was Judge Roberts, and he said that because you can tax the people, but then Barack Obama said it's not a tax, and he made a promise that he wasn't going to tax the middle class. And then he's forcing you to get health care insurance, which is clearly unconstitutional. You know, in law, if you understand law cannot compel performance. You know, in law, if you have a damaged party, if I knock somebody over the head, the cops catch me, they can bring me before a judge, and the controversy is I knock somebody over the head. So now I got to either go to jail, pay restitution, or whatever. Or if I make a contract with somebody and I violate that contract against a person, that person has a right to take me to a court. But the government can't just make you got to eat spinach on Sundays, you know, or else. Or you have to drive a car. You have to have a car. You have to know how to drive, and every American has to have a car. Or every American a couple can only have one child. Law cannot compel performance. Now you might say, well, why do we have a Social Security system? Because under the original Social Security Act, you had a choice to accept it or not. See, there's a lot of things they're not telling you. Yeah, like there's a lot of people waking up.
Yeah, like the Federal Reserve. They forced it.
That's right. Well, actually, that's against the Constitution.
Right.
The Constitution speaks about money being gold and silver.
Legal tender, yeah.
As legal tender. A FRN is not legal tender. It tells you on the actual note, it's a private public debt note. It's for all debts private and public.
Yeah.
So as soon as you take your hand on that bill, you're in debt. You're in debt to somebody.
That's right.
You're in debt to the Federal Reserve. That's why this country's out of whack, because no one understands the money system. No one understands the laws. No one understands the Constitution. Even these lawyers don't understand the Constitution. They know procedure. They don't know the Constitution. Right. I got into it with this lawyer, and he asked me a question, and I said, well, that's unconstitutional. He said, nope, you got. I said, man, you know what? You need to go back to fucking law school, man. And then he changed the subject. Oh, let's go on to something else. Go ahead, brother.
It says they can see that Americans are increasingly alarmed that this nation under President Barack Obama.